The Nod-Krai roster is one of the most hype-packed set of characters that Genshin has ever seen. Because for some of these characters, people have been waiting for them for years.
Finally!
And there are some new unfamiliar faces that is gonna play a part in the Nod-Krai storyline, which is called the Song of the Welkin Moon. And today we're going over them, talking about their potential elements, their weapons, some details about them you may have missed, their potential role in the story, and when they may possibly come out. Disclaimer, some of these are just educated rumors, wink wink, so always take them with many grains of salt, maybe a handful of salt. The overarching plot of Nod-Krai seems to revolve around the Moon Goddess. I think now that the Cryo Archon Tsaritsa already has almost all gnosis except Mawika's. The next step of whatever her plan is something to do with the powers of the moon.
Minion! Tonight we steal the moon!
But hey, that's just my theory. Again, Shin theory. So we have these different factions kind of fighting for the moon. Whether it be protecting it or getting its power. A major plot point is the conflict against the two main factions, the Frost Moon Scions, the people who worship the Moon Goddess, and the Fatui Harbingers stationed in the Nod-Krai. The Scions are kind of starting a rebellion or defiance against the Fatuis, especially against Totore. Dear Mommy, Loma is a priestess of the Scions. The first new character we have been introduced to is already revealed to have a Denjo vision, and she is most likely to have a 5-star catalyst set to be released on the second half of 6.0. We're kind of seeing a pattern here from the first Nod-Krai aligned character that the lunar reaction system is just designed to make old elemental reactions a lot stronger. So Loma is the unit that specializes in Lunar Bloom.
Yeah, we're just power creeping elemental reactions now.
Lunar Bloom just gives Bloom Seeds more juice. Like the Lunar Bloom Seeds can crit, and it also applies to Version and Hyper Bloom, and even Nilo's bountiful cores. The Denjo meta
Is back, baby.
Flames is part of the Light Keepers. It's sort of an organization that guards over Nod-Krai. He is rumored to be an Electro 5-star polearm set to release on early 6.0. And now we got a faction called the Clink Clank Krumkake Crop Shop. The so-called family of Inefa. Oh my god, that's such a goofy name. I know, it's a 4-star Hydro Claymore. And fun fact, Hydro Claymore used to be the only missing element plus weapon combination in Genshin for a long while. And now she completes that. I know it's gonna be free, kinda like Kachina, as she is important for lunar reaction related puzzles. This girl is Jahoda. She is also a 4-star, but we don't know much about her element or weapon types. She's such a cutie pie though. But her design is quite bold. Kinda giving off ZZZ character vibes. We find human Duran chilling with them. Maybe Albedo brought him to Nod-Krai, who knows? Duran is rumored to be a 5-star pyro sword, which makes sense because he is a dragon and he wields the same weapon as Albedo, the one who created his human body for him. And he is rumored to be an off-field support. Also, have you noticed that Duran bears a lot of design similarity to the 1.1 exclusive weapon Festering Desire? Dragon Boy might be on an early patch like 6.1. The craft shop seems to have met with the Knights of Favonius that's on the expedition on Nod-Krai. Their mission is also probably about the moon! After 5 years of anticipation, we got to see the full glory of Grandmaster Varka, and they pretty much revealed his element and weapon type. He is very likely a 5-star Anemo Claymore. He seems to be in line with the community's expectations of him. Tall, muscular, manly man. Well, except for the facial hair, I guess. People in Teyvat shave every day using swords. I love his valiant, battle-worn aura, especially with that scar on the face. He is also seen to be carrying the Wolf's gravestone. Nefer, the snake girl, looks like she's from Sumeru. She's also most probably a Dendro bow DPS, and is predicted to be released around 6.2. She is most likely a researcher that knows a lot about Geemo! And that's why she's talking to Varka, because he went to Nod-Krai for Nefer. By the way, Mondstadt actually translates to Moon City. So that whole nation definitely has a connection to the moon. Then we get reveals of 2 of the Hexenzirkel members, Alice and Nicole. They also seem to be quite interested in the power of the moon. Alice, Klee's mom, is very most likely a Pyro 5-star catalyst. Well, exactly like her daughter of destruction. The Witch Mommy could be releasing in some later patch, like 6.7. Yeah, I know. I had a previous video saying that I don't think Alice is playable. Well, I was wrong. But to be fair, I kinda knew they were not gonna make this form playable, the one that they showed in the teaser. But they kinda changed her design and added that signature Genshin sauce on that thing. Just look at her. I like that they gave her a concept of a hat for a hat. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a halo to give off her otherworldliness. Good luck to the cosplayers though. So, weird detail. They might not ever mention who is her husband, but who knows? And I already know, absolutely, any one of you will comment, sorry guys, it was me. I'm Chris' dad. I swear to God. Nicole Rain is also part of the Hexenzirkel with Alice. She is rumored to be Cryo. Nicole could be around 6.6. Not much is known about her except that she might be physically mute and she was transformed to a human after her species went extinct. It seems that Alice is trying to meet up with Nicole as she mentioned her as an old friend. And they could be released as tandem for a Melt Team combo. And my favorite character of them all,
My angel, my goddess,
my maiden, my damselet, Columbina.
Oh, she's so cute. She's so pretty and mysterious.
I'm crying. Colombina could be playable in 6.3. We haven't had a playable Fatui in a long while, and she seems to have a most integral role in the Nod-Krai Moon story. She's literally dubbed as the Moon Maiden by Genshin. She is rumored to be a 5-star hydropolar. Very weird, I know, and it is very subject to change. Sandrone will appear in the story, but it seems she is unlikely to be playable in 6.x onwards. She might be reserved for the Shashnaya arc. And Sandrone seems to have a crank on her back, which makes sense. She is called the Marionette, which means puppet. So Sandrone might not even be a real biological human. Speaking of Fatui, Scaramouche is also part of the arc, and he seems to be plotting his revenge against Dottore. You know, for all the manipulation he did to him. You go get him, Tiger. Naida's rooting for you, boy. And very sorry for the psychopathic doctor fans. He is not playable. There's just no chance. Unless he gets a redemption arc. But it seems he's just so corruptedly evil, so he will act as the main villain for now. Nod-Krai seems to be the main focus area for version 6.x onwards. It is a relatively small region, so it is rumored that Genshin will also release expansions for the other nations alongside Nod-Krai. And then after a year, we move on to mainland Shashnaya. Anyways, let me know who are you saving for. Good luck to all of your wallets. Your Primo Gems are cool.